The 10th way to Amazon proof your business. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I have here in my hands my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You can get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. But this discusses only the first 9 ways. And I realized that there's actually a 10th way that I talk about briefly in Chapter 5 and Chapter 6, which you can check out. I'm not going to ruin it for you. Chapter 5 and Chapter 6 cover an area that most businesses don't have, that they all need. But there's also another element to those chapters, and I would make it the 10th way to Amazon proof your business. And what is the 10th way? The 10th way is called offer advancement. This is a funny thing because it's not so commonly discussed that it is something you can go look up. I was looking for keywords to try and catch people who are looking up details about this, and I wasn't able to find really anything out there that is so common that people are looking it up in YouTube and Google and so forth. And so I just had to kind of go back to scratch and say, okay, well, if I were to tie this in with my original book, what would I say? And it really is offer advancement. What does offer advancement mean? Well, I'll tell you what the 5th and 6th chapters are. I'll ruin it for you. I won't get into the detail. You can read about that. But the 5th and 6th way are offering belonging and offering ongoing. So belonging is about having a part of your business that allows the person to be a part of a community. It's offering that belonging concept, the belonging feeling. That the most famous, one of the most famous ones that I could put out there is Harley Davidson. How, when you're in Harley Davidson, that's a cult. I mean, that is a belonging. When you own a Harley, when you want to have a Harley, when you walk around with Harley patches, I mean, that is something that's very specific. It's a very specific type of motorcycle. None of the other motorcycles function quite like a Harley Davidson. It has a specific sound, it has a specific feel, everything else. So you need to offer that type of belonging. You also need to offer some form of ongoing, whether there's belonging attached or not. But if you can have those two together, then you have some type of a membership. Ongoing, having it to where you give people the option to purchase from you on a regular basis. It's not rocket science, but how many businesses actually do that? I mean, very few, especially local-based business. If you've got a local or regional business, chances are you don't have an ongoing option unless it's already kind of contained within your industry. But you ought to look way outside the box and look at the possibility of offering something on an ongoing basis. But I won't get too far into those. I want to talk about the next level. The next level is advancement. Is once a person feels like they belong, once a person feels like, and I don't care if you're running a hair salon, it's the same thing. If they feel like they belong, if they have the ability to pay you on an ongoing basis, then you give them the option for advancement. And you give them more of a club feel, more things that they would want, more things that they would never expect from a hair salon or whatever it is that you're working in. This can be any business. Any business can have this element. It's really exciting because you see it every once in a while. You see ongoing membership-based businesses introduced into an area you would never think of them being. And what they end up offering is something much greater than the commoditized product or service that you normally would relate with that business. This is one of my favorite examples because it's informative and it is, but it's functional. And this is, I've used these guys before. This is the magnetic marketing letter that goes out, and at the end of every letter, they show the ladder of success. And the ladder of success is an advancement process that you can go through with this group. So it starts out with, you read Magnetic Marketing as a book, and then you attended some type of fast implementation boot camp, which is a deal that they offer. And then you join with the gold membership for, $97 a month or whatever it is. And then you can upgrade to the diamond membership. It's more expensive. You get more stuff out of it. Then you can join a magnetic marketing implementation coaching. Much more expensive, much more back and forth, and much more intensity. And then from there, you could join a renegade millionaire mastermind. Oh, wow, mastermind. That's a whole nother level. And then you could join Elevate, their top one here. So this is just one of the latest versions of their ladder. But what options do people have if they want to be around you more, if they want to be around your business, if they want to hang out more? What other options are you giving them? It's not that tough to at least offer it. If you offer it, it makes even the lower end, the initial offerings that you have, it makes them more valuable. And it makes them look more reasonable, like the discount almost. It's all relative. So this is why you want to look into offering advancement. People want to advance. They want to go the next level. If you give them a pathway, they want to keep going down that pathway. This can be taken to a level of manipulation that is unbelievable, but it can also be used for good. And as long as you're offering something good, as long as you're offering quality to people of any sort, and it's worth the money that they're paying, then go for it. Do it. It's voluntary. They don't have to. But you could see this in a whole lot of other areas. When I was just a quick example, when I was in high school, I was in the FFA, with the Future Farmers of America, and there you could. It was all depending. They had different contests, and each contest had its own levels of advancement depending on how well you did in a particular contest. For example, I did a extemporaneous public speaking contest and advanced to the next level. That went from a sectional to a regional competition, from a regional to a statewide competition, and so forth. And so they have this on every competition that's available through FFA. And then they had offices that you could run for. So you could run for the chapter office, which was a local high school based office. And then you could go from there and run for a sectional, and then run from a sectional, run for a regional, and run. So I ended up working my way up through the ranks and ended up as a regional officer, and then eventually ran for state office twice back in the state of California. But there was a feeling you want to advance. You want to go to the next level. You want to be part of that next club that has all these benefits that you wouldn't have had otherwise. And that's merely a situation they weren't asking a huge chunk of money or anything. This is just a non-profit organization. Think of how you can create that in your business. You create a feeling of advancement of any sort, then that helps bind them with your brand, with your product or service. And it's not a bad thing as long as what you offer is high quality, good stuff that doesn't hurt people, right? And that's all on you. But these are the rules that work. This is just human psychology. Hopefully it makes sense to you. That's all I've got for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll tell you a little bit of ways to take people to the next level, whether it's from the very beginning or whether it's from one level to another in your business. So check that out tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.